Hi friends, today we are going to see where we are going to implement the blockchain. It means which are the sector we can implement the blockchain and what are the possibilities to explore blockchain in other areas. So we will just see. My answer for this would be where we can implement blockchain is everywhere or every sector. Okay, every sector you can able to implement the blockchain. So just some of the sectors which I can note here is technology, media, law and crime, transportation, government services, human rights, finance, congress, banking. So a lot of sectors is here which is also not mentioned. So I can put and etc, which means etc. So almost all the sectors can able to implement the blockchain. Okay, if that is the case, you need to understand what is blockchain first and how you can implement it. You can see my previous videos on what is blockchain so that it will be easy for you to understand the technology. But for at least I can give you a easy scenario. You can consider blockchain as a database. Okay, so blockchain as a database. So where you will use a database, almost everywhere we are using database right now in technology, media, wherever you see the application connects to a database. So whenever you do any action with the application, it stores in any database behind. It could be sequential, no sequential, or it could be Oracle, any products. But if you think about blockchain as a database, now you will think you can able to implement blockchain everywhere. Okay, how to implement the blockchain? Uh, I may make a separate video if you want to see the implementation flow. But right now I will take one. So we have to see, right? We are able to implement blockchain in every scenario. That means we assume we can able to do. But if we already have a database, okay, database, why we need to do the blockchain? Okay, right now you think blockchain as a DB, but I suggest you think blockchain as a special DB. Okay, so first thing you need to build trust. Okay, then make transparency. So sorry if my spelling is worst. So you need to make transparency. Then smart contract to bring value to your business. Okay, so you need to see the use case which fits this all these scenarios, and you also need to see what blockchain will give its security. Okay, so where you need to have a trust, and also you can make peaceful solution or make end user happy. Okay, so I am going to take one use case right now to see how we can able to implement them. So these are the scenarios we are going to see apart from Bitcoin, because most of the people think Bitcoin as a blockchain platform and transaction and lot of things. Lot of things even I was not able to get when I was start doing this blockchain. But right now you can. I am giving a very easy way for you to understand this technology, and I am not seeing blockchain as a Bitcoin. You can see another video where I have posted what is about blockchain is a Bitcoin is a blockchain, right? So you can get clarified. So right now, for example, I am KYC is nothing but know your customer. Okay, it's a concept where you need to give your documents to open a bank account, any account. So in current scenario, I am holding a account. I holding a bank account in one bank A. Okay, right now I want to open a Demat account. Again in the same bank, there was a Demat account team who's requesting me to provide the Aadhaar card, photo, and all the required documents. I already been an account holder for that bank. Okay, I am having my account in that bank, but still for opening the Demat account, they are asking me the documents. Same like that, I when I go to other bank to open the account, they are asking the documents. Right now, we see we use the ledger technology, and we done our KYC validation in the ledger. Okay, then we are going to another bank, we are going to another bank. So all bank have their ledger. Right now, if I say for example XYZ bank, okay, XYY bank, okay, XXY bank. So this example. If I'm going into X, XYZ bank and get some offering, get from like credit card or Demat account or whatever offering they are providing, I want to open, then I have to provide documents to the place. But instead of I providing the document, they can see in the ledger my KYC is already validated. Okay. And then if I go to the other bank for some other reason, maybe I want to take an insurance from the other insurance vendor, then again I have to provide the documents. But when we use the ledger technology, I already done my KYC in XYZ bank. So I can provide this same thing. Just sorry. Yeah. So I can provide my blockchain ID over here, my KYC ID, so they can see my documents has been already validated. The documents which they are requested is my government ID proof, which is my Aadhaar card proof, which is which is provided by government. So there is no different document proof. It's same document proof, same Aadhaar card, same photo, same PAN card is been asked in multiple times for multiple banks or multiple vendors to provide me the offering to make them as their customer. Okay. In this case, what is the issue I am seeing is duplication of document, duplication of document or data. Okay. So, and I am taking the physical copy and I am going to giving multiple sources. If my documents has been used for a wrong purpose or made a duplicate documents, I don't know from which this has been happened. Okay. Second thing is physical physical document sharing with many sources makes no prone to fraud, as I have to take Xerox copy each time, right? You will be going to the Xerox shop and you will be taking Xerox and you will making multiple copy of your data. So why we need to make a duplication of surface? Okay. So first of all, build trust. Okay. In this ledger technology, as this KYC becomes a ledger technology. So right now, these banks will have trust on us because when I enter a bank, I have done KYC already validated by same network bank, another party from the same network. It seems like he can immediately offer me the credit card, or he can immediately offer me the insurance as my already. He can trust this database. Same way, the customer also will feel happy because he no need to carry any physical documents with him because he is already a KYC validated in in the ledger technology. Means the wherever he visits, if they are sharing this same network ledger, then they find this person is already been submitted his KYC and has been validated, right? It builds trust. Basically, the trust is required for the banking sector or whoever is providing the offer because that's why they are asking for the documents, right? Why they are asking for the KYC documents from the customer to build the trust with the customer. He is the right person, and to the right person we are giving this insurance, or to the right person we are be offering this service. So based on this ledger technology, if his photo is on ledger or his biometrics on his ledger, they can validate he is the same person who has been who has been come to us for the offer. This build trust. Then it makes transparency because now what happens, not only me, he whatever he has taken, whatever offering he has taken, or whatever things he made, this has been transparent to the entire banking network right now. So if for example I am taking insurance and I am not paying my premium for almost three premiums I'm not paying. Okay, there's no point for me to take the new policy again in a different bank. Okay, with the same policy scheme, so they can see the ledger and they can ask, you have taken this policy from this XYZ bank, and why you not paid your premium and you are again coming. For this reason, there is a PAN card where I am not, I don't know how PAN card networks work, to be frank. So I talks about this ledger technology where they can able to see, they see all the data ledger has been shared. Okay, then this also gives transparency to the customer where all this ledgers network has been there, so he can walk into that bank and see if that they are sharing their ledger. Okay, then customer can walk in and get his offerings easily. Then smart contract to bring value to the business. Here, in case the customer is not paying properly or his KYC is not validated, this smart contract doesn't allow the banker to give the offering to them. This creates the business value from the higher level. Like even the bank can skip some of the rules to give him the offering because he's a well-known customer in that area. They knows them as a for the long time. But his documents is not correct. He is not a right. His documents, the something which they have to depend for the government is like documents. If documents is not right, then the smart contract. This is just a scenario or example I'm giving. I don't know how this banking sector works. I'm just assuming and giving the scenario for this use case. If then peaceful solution. Right now, see this KYC, for example, we are giving to the bank, and if the photo in the Aadhaar card I am replacing, and I am taking a Xerox, okay, and customer knows me, my name is Arun, but if I go to bank, I'm saying I am Suresh. I have Aadhaar card of Suresh, and I have photo into the Suresh, right? Then what happens? Uh, at that moment, they will accept my documents, okay? Then they will try to verify, and they will give. But why this? Why can't we avoid this? Okay, why can't we avoid this fraud situation or a lot of even this is not threat to the banks, this is threat to the customers as well. So it's both the end, like banks should not get false documents, and if banks sees all documents is correct, then they will approve the loan, but they are giving to the wrong person because the person has provided the documents of different person. Okay, same way customer is affected because I am taking this lot of physical documents to open a demat account, to open the insurance, to open my account, and somewhere there is a loophole where they are misusing my document while I'm going for taking the copy of it document from some shop or something else. Then they just try to merge my name with their identity, and they create a different story altogether. They also apply the loan in different bank. Now this ledger will compare because my data is already in ledger. Now he is giving his duplicate ledger and he is trying to do the KYC. Now this is a conflict, right? So because they also have the same ledger, they also have the same ledger. This way, this brings peaceful solution for customer as well as the vendor or the company. So this is one scenario I think about because and you have to keep in mind blockchain. So right now, as I said, we can implement blockchain in all the things. We also keep in mind blockchain is an immutable technology. So that when you are trying to implement blockchain, you have to think immutable. For example, in the KYC situation, if the customer is data is been stored for a long time, it is fine because the person is a citizen of India, right? Even he dies or even here is citizen of India and the other number is provided to him. So immutability is fine in case after 20 years they want to dig and see the data, it will work. Okay. But whereas in the situations like I'm a retail vendor and I am trying to do the KYC, it's a small shop. If immutability is there, I have to pay more money. My storage will increase or some concern. I don't. I if he purchase the product from me, then I and him don't have any relation together. I no need to track him. Then still it is in my database. Then that's something we need to think. Okay, but you have to keep in mind blockchain is an immutable technology, and also you have to keep in mind there is no central authority in blockchain. Okay, right now who is our central authority? RBI is our central authority. No central authority. So you have to keep in mind there is no central authority right now in this scenario. We can say RBI is central authority. So just for assumption I'm saying, see right now all banks has been connected under RBI central authority. RBI help all the customers and all the banks to run very good way. Like they think they run it in very standard way where customers benefits a lot and even banks do it in the standard process. Say why then blockchain is decentralized, right? There is no central party. There is good and bad. For example, centralized. For example, there's a bank A and bank B. Okay, so you consider bank A and bank B, and bank A is uh, not performing good, and they lost some money because they gave the loans and loans has been not repaid. And think about the customers of that bank. In that case, RBI will take some action to save the customers' money, and they will ask another bank to acquire this bank or something. They will help the customers to still own it. So that is good with the centralized way of working. Whereas there was some different organization, private organization, they own multiple business, but they don't have any central authority. They have a board of members, and each board of members need to decide. The board of members is from different organization. Then the centralized authority system won't work. Then they need a decentralized way where the parties needs to agree and then they have to move forward. So that case, blockchain will also help them in that way. So you have to keep in mind blockchain is immutable and no centralized authority, and it's a special database. So to make you understand very clearly, we can implement blockchain in almost everywhere. Even it helps or not helps. If you want to implement, you can implement. It allows you to do it because it's a database. Okay, you can in any scenario if blockchain is not required, also you can able to implement blockchain. That is why I want to make clear that you should see whether that gives a value. Okay, otherwise you can use the database which is less cheaper compared to blockchain, and it also have its good values. And comparing to blockchain, the performance will be better in database because it's a faster querying, right? And blockchain is it's a different technology where altogether it access the ledger in the network. So there is other details in other videos, but right now I stick to this content, and I will say you can go for blockchain if you want your use case have build trust. It can be any of this field you want to build trust in your solution, and in this any of the field you want to make transparency, and you also smart contract, and you need security, because if you have this blockchain ledger, right, it cannot be overwritten. For example, you want to change the data, it will be overwritten in database. For example, I have a name. Okay, I am giving a name change request. Since I given the name change request because my name is wrong, the spelling is wrong from AUN to ARUN, the data will be changed. Whereas in DB, it will be overwritten. Like what has happened in the previous, we don't know. So what is the latest change we can see. In blockchain, we can able to track the history, that they can see my previous name, and they can see the request is came for name change, and I have changed the name. This will avoid other issues, like if the person without his knowledge, his name is getting changed, it can be avoided because it will go for its validation, and even it can be known when it has been changed, what date or what time it has been changed. It can be tracked because that block also will be existent because of this immutable. When you try to delete your data, it creates a new block. Okay, and when you try to modify the data, it creates a new block. The previous block will have associated with it as a history of the block. So that is good, gives the security, and also blockchain encrypts. It is stored in different block and encrypts. It gives the security. So you can for this I think this clears you that you will understand blockchain can give any kind of solution like Java or any other framework. This is also a framework. You can use it to fit in any kind of use cases, but you need to make sure that actually gives some value to the use case, and it's actually part of the requirement, or it gives some benefits, then you should go for it. Otherwise it can be handled by the database. To make you understand this, I just comparing with the database. But blockchain is more than the database. It has other features like smart contract, so which also help to keep our business running, right? Which also give lot of automation towards the database. So I hope this video helps you. And to see more videos, you can subscribe if you like it. Definitely, I will try to make good videos. And thank you for